Getting ready for labour can be a daunting but equally exciting time, and there are many things for you to consider, such as where you give birth and what goes into your birth plan. Let me make it easy for you. I'm Lizzie, an antenatal hypnobirthing teacher, and I'm a mum too. In this video, I will be explaining some of the choices that you have when it comes to labour and birth. The first choice that you have when it comes to your labour is who is going to support you, your birth partner. This may be your partner, a family member, a friend, or maybe you're even considering hiring a doula. Whoever it is, it's so important that they are there to fully support you. They need to be able to make you feel calm and comfortable at all points through labour. They are also there to advocate for you, to make sure your preferences from your birth plan are heard by your midwife. No birth partner wants to feel like a spare part during labour, so attending an antenatal course can be something that you both do so that they also feel just as calm and confident as you. Sitting down with your birth partner to think about your birth plan is a really powerful process. It's an opportunity for you to both discuss what your preferences might be. Many people don't like the thought of a birth plan because lots of people say it will go out the window. But it's really important to not think of your birth plan as a roadmap for what your birth will look like, but more a set of preferences of what you would like to happen in any situation. Your birth plan needs to be really clear and easy to read so that your midwife can pick it up and pass it on to other professionals so that your preferences are known during your labour. You may choose to have just one birth plan, knowing that however birth unfolds, as many of your preferences can be followed as possible. Or some women choose to have a set of birth plans, perhaps one for spontaneous labour, one for an induced labour, and one for a caesarean birth. In this way, you are still able to feel in control, no matter how your birth unfolds on the day. You have the right to give birth wherever you like, but there may be reasons why your midwife may advise that you give birth in a certain place. The best place for you is where you're going to feel the most safe and the most comfortable. For many women, that's giving birth on the main labour ward of your hospital, which may or may not be your local one. The pros of giving birth on a labour ward is that you have the choice of many pain-relieving drugs. It also might be reassuring to know that an obstetrician and an anaesthetist is there on hand if you should need it. However, for some people, the labour ward environment is far too clinical and busy, and this can really affect your mindset and how relaxed you're feeling during birth. For some people, the labour ward environment feels too clinical and busy, and this can really affect how relaxed you're feeling during labour, which can lead to a higher risk of needing further intervention. Another option for where you give birth is a midwife-led birth unit. These can be either freestanding or they can be attached to the main labour ward of your hospital. Women might choose to give birth here because they tend to have a far more homely feel about them. Quite often there as well, the midwives there are fully supportive of alternative pain relief methods such as hypnobirthing, aromatherapies, and using water in a birth pool. Usually, this environment alone means you are less likely to need further intervention, such as forceps or ventouse. If you do choose to use a pharmaceutical pain relief, gas and air is available on a midwife-led unit. However, if you were to choose to or need anything further, it would mean a transfer to your local hospital. That is something worth considering if you are choosing to give birth in a midwife-led unit. The other place you may choose to give birth is your own home, and for many women this feels far more comfortable. You're able to be free in how much you move around, and you can of course have whoever you want to be there with you. During your labour, you will be joined by one midwife, and then usually they are joined by a second midwife at the birthing stage. If a birth pool appeals to you, then you could buy or hire one to use at home. And this would guarantee you the use of a birth ball. Once again though, if you are hoping to use more pharmaceutical pain relief, the only options for a home birth is gas and air. If you were to need anything more, then that would again require a transfer to your local hospital. When deciding where to give birth, it is always worth considering where you are going to feel the most comfortable. If you like the idea of a home birth, do talk to your midwife about it, and they will be able to let you know if this is something that's suitable for you based on your medical circumstances. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, speak to your midwife. I hope you have a really positive birth experience.